Well, good evening and welcome to the First Church of Religious Science. I'm the Rev Carol Lynch, and I'm going to be speaking tonight about the work of Louise Hay. Reverend Atkinson has dedicated this month's lesson to her writings. And I will also be showing her movie, You Can Heal Your Life, this Sunday, and that's 1 o'clock at our Cinema Sunday. Now let me read the rest of the announcements, and then I'm going to give a spiritual mind treatment, and then we'll move into our lesson for tonight. As I said, Reverend Atkinson is saluting the writings of Louise Hay, and this Sunday he's speaking on gratitude, a way of life. And as I said, I will be showing the movie You Can Heal Your Life following that talk. Now, the noon meetings are held here every day from 12:10 to 12:50. That's Monday through Friday. And next Wednesday, we're having our Thanksgiving meeting. That's at 6 o'clock. And following that meeting, we're having a Thanksgiving party. And all are invited. Our building will be closed on Thursday and Friday, November 24th and the 25th, because of the Thanksgiving holidays. And I wanted to let you know that on November 30th, they're having the lighting of the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. Therefore, our building will be closed, and we won't be having, at night it will be closed, and we will not be having an evening lecture. The building will be open in the day, though. We also have our accredited class, The Nature of Effective Prayer, which is the class on spiritual mind treatment taught by Reverend Atkinson and Reverend Villanova, and that's on Tuesday at 2 and 6:30. Accredited class is closed right now, but you can come to each class on a single admission basis. There's no class on the 22nd because of the Thanksgiving holiday. And we have December's Creative Thought and Science of Mind magazine for sale, and also Reverend Atkinson's book, Sacred Sundays. If you're studying about spiritual mind treatment, it's a wonderful book to have because he gives a wonderful description in the introduction of what treatment is, and he has treatments for every area of life. So, okay, those are the announcements. Now let me do a spiritual mind treatment. I speak this word now for each one here. God is the power, the presence, the light, and the love. And that power and presence moves right now through each one here. Each one is one with Spirit, and each one moves forward in this evening into that change for the better. The truth becomes known and revealed in this session, and whatever each one needs to do or know is already known. The past is let go and released. Today is that new day for that fresh new experience, that fresh new thought, that new idea that moves each one here into an awareness of that power within and to that change for the better. This is the truth, known, declared, moving and operating in the creative action of that one infinite mind. I declare it so, and so it is. And so it is. Welcome. If you have a treatment request, if you've come in late, just bring it up to me later when I finish my talk. Now, Louise Hay first came to the Church of Religious Science, New York City, in 1972. And for the first time in her life, she heard that if we are willing to change our thinking, we can change our lives. Now, she has been described as the queen of the New Age by the New York Times. She took classes here in the early 70s and began by reading the work of Ernest Holmes and Florence Scovel Shinn, who taught her that positive thinking could heal the body. She became a licensed practitioner, and at that time she was charging $5 for a half-hour session. And she says that the most important thing that she's learned is to forgive. to release the past, and most importantly, to love yourself. In fact, what she says is, there isn't anything that can't be healed by loving yourself more. In 1976, she wrote a small pamphlet, her blue book, which was called Heal Your Body. In 1984, she included Heal Your Body in her book, You Can Heal Your Life. And the book contains affirmations such as, I listen with love to my body's messages, and I am healthy, whole, and complete. And she makes a comment, which I thought was really helpful, that if you feel pain in any area of your body, think of it as a sensation. Don't think of it as pain, because whatever you're putting into that area will respond. So if it's a sensation, you're lightening it up, you're lessening it. And then she began leading support groups for people with AIDS, and her hayrides grew from a few people in her living room to hundreds of men in a hall in West Hollywood. And she appeared on Oprah and Donahue, and in the same week in 1988, her book, You Can Heal Your Life, was on the New York Times bestseller list. Hay House, that's her publishing company, was founded in 1987 to market her books. She started out with this little blue book, and she and her mother, actually, she had, I think, 500 copies. They had their own little company where they were mailing them out, sealing the envelopes, and everything else. And now she has this wonderful, incredible Hay House that is an international publisher. And this is what she said about her work with AIDS. I'm not here to cure anyone or help anyone do anything. Whether or not there's a healing depends on you. And the healing may not be of the body. Mental weakness can be self-loathing, hating one's looks, or fear of aging. Her Hay House message is the metaphysical power of our minds to improve our lives. Change your thinking, change your life. Louise Hay's work is simple. She believes the one thing that heals every problem is to love yourself. And that's what her book, You Can Heal Your Life, teaches. It teaches you how to love yourself. To really love yourself as the spirit you are. You see, because each one of us is already spirit. We're 100% spirit. And she gives us exercises to complete, and she has created even a companion workbook. Now, it takes commitment, though, to change. So you have to do the work in the workbook, and you have to dare to be yourself. In the introduction, she gives us some basic points of her philosophy, which is based on our religious science teaching. And I'm going to share with you some of these points. First of all, she says, we are each responsible for all of our experiences. Now, I know the first time I heard that, I said, I created this? I created this stuff? Whoa. Every thought we think is creating our future. So whatever you're thinking right now is creating tomorrow. And the point of power is always in the present moment. And this is a key thing, because that means that you can change it. And that's the beauty of our teaching. Conscious mind can change what's in subconscious mind. Now, everyone suffers from self-hatred and guilt. A lot of the older religions taught that you didn't deserve anything and that you weren't good enough. And many of us still have that concept in subconscious mind. But the good news is it's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. We create every so-called illness in our body. But it doesn't have to be created consciously. It can be something coming from subconscious mind, from the race or collective consciousness. And usually it's resentment, criticism, and guilt.